To have
The Essential, right?
that's the one. Yeah, I think it's the one you gave. This is your favorite version of it.
Yeah, because it's annotated. Although there is a couple spelling mistakes, I think, in it. There's some grammar and spelling errors, I think, but it's the most informative. There's probably just as many footnotes as there is actual text from the book.
Right.
Although
Yeah.
it's missing the extra chapter.
Yeah, Phantom is great. I mean, I've heard you talk about it on some of your casts. I mean, it is it's a great story that's never really been done right. I mean, even the classic monster horrors really doesn't match the book. The Andrew Lloyd Webber catches one
Well,
sub part of the book without really getting into all of it. Yeah, no one's really done a. Although my favorite version, I think you actually agree with me, even though it's still not spot on from the book.
none
But
of
one of
them
the
are.
better versions is the Robert Englund
I'm going to
version, which
talk
is
about that in a
amazing.
minute. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. I have a reason to, but I'm going to bring a third person into this
Cool.
conversation, and we're going to ask him what his favorite Phantom of the Opera is. Although I know the answer, it's Jeff Frumess from the
Hey
Frumess
now.
channel. So I already know your answer, but I'm going to ask you
No,
anyways. What's your
Phantom.
favorite version of Phantom of the Opera?
I don't know
Phantom
if
of
you
the
can see
Paradise.
that. Can you see that in the corner? Is it too dark?
I mean, I can see it because I know what I'm looking for.
Is that
Yeah.
better? Can you see
Yes.
it?
Yes.
I mean, there's your answer. That's your answer right there. Obviously, Phantom.
Do you know that one, Keith?
Is that the Kiss one?
No, no. That's Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park, and it has nothing to do with Phantom of the Opera.
Now, here's a little bit of interesting. I don't want to. I think that Kevin is the de facto Phantom expert who could run circles around me. So I don't want to speak out of turn here. However, and maybe you know this already, Kevin. Interesting. Of course, you know this. Interesting observation that I had when I was going through and watching all of the original Universal monster movies, the classics.
Which is something I need to do.
You know, there's a great box set. It's like $34. It fluctuates between
I'm
like
gonna get it
$20
by the
to
end of the year.
$34. Dude, they do their 4K remasters on Blu-ray. They
Yeah.
look gorgeous in
I
black
need
and
to
white.
do that.
Highly, I'll send you a picture of what it looks like. But the
Okay.
Phantom, this is the second Phantom. The first Phantom,
Yeah, the
obviously,
Claude Rains
1925.
one.
The Claude Rains
Yeah.
Phantom. Now, the Claude Rains Phantom is where they took the plot for Phantom of the Paradise. I couldn't believe how much of the plot was similar to where Brian De Palma borrowed from that version of the Phantom of the Paradise. The stealing of the music.
Phantom of the Opera, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That was not in the original Phantom.
No.
Right? Yeah. So that was what that like the whole hook of the Claude Rains Phantom was remade in Phantom of the Paradise, which
and
awesome.
And another Phantom of the Opera after that. Like that's such a weird thing. So many Phantoms just stole that version of it, and it's like they didn't even read the book or look at Lon Chaney or anything. And it's weird because that's like it's not a very good one plot wise, let's say that much. Like
which
his
one,
little
the Claude Rains?
Yeah, I mean,
I liked it a lot. I mean, it's not a sacred cow for me the way it is for you. It's a sacred cow for you. I understand. But for me, I enjoyed it.
I enjoy them all, but for different reasons. You know, it's a beautiful one. It's got great music, but it's not a great Phantom movie.
You know, I've only seen it once, and I definitely want to revisit the Universal cycle. Maybe I'll do it for this year's 31 Days of Halloween.
I would watch the Lon Chaney one instead. Well, or both. I mean, that was the original Universal monster movie.
Of course.
Although it's not really, when you see the monsters all together, they use they kind of interchange the two.
I have a hot take for you, actually.
Okay.
I have a hot take for both of you. Keith, let me know if you agree with this.
Yeah, no, and Keith is the original reason I ever got into Phantom, so he can be part of this conversation.
There you go. So Keith, I'm curious to know what you think too. It is my belief that the original Universal horror film, or the original story, the seed for all of that can be traced back to Beauty and the Beast, the original fairy tale from the 1700s, and it was made so like crystal clear to me when I saw Jean Cocteau. I don't know if I said that right. Jean Cocteau's Le Belle et la Bête in 1947,
I never
which
saw it.
it's going to be your like new favorite movie. Like
Okay.
you must see this film. You're going to love it so much. And I'm watching it, I'm going, holy shit, like this is Beauty and the Beast, but this is also like, this is the first, all of them are Beauty and the Beast. Every Universal movie is about Beauty and the Beast. I was like,
Kind of,
Beauty and the
yeah.
Beast is the original Beauty and the Beast. It made such perfect sense to me.
But do you think that, because obviously the movies all came from the original novel, Phantom of the Opera, do you think when he wrote that, he was
does
telling
that
a Beauty
predate?
and the Beast? It's from the late 1800s.
Yeah.
So Beauty and the Beast predates that. But, and you know what? I honestly, I can't, I know that the book, isn't the book even more different than both movies? Right?
Yeah.
Nobody,
No one's done the book.
Nobody's done the book.
No one's done the
That's
book.
that's the
That's what I
amazing thing
thought.
about Phantom movies is like, it's amazing to watch how much people fuck it up in what interesting ways they fuck it up. And sometimes that makes that version special and good.
Right.
But
unique
and like totally mind-boggling if you're using the source material.
I'm trying to see if it says what the original public date was on
I think
this.
I would say it absolutely.
Well, no, I think it actually
fits.
came out in 1910, but the
I'm gonna take a look
story
right
takes
now.
place in the 1880s.
Yeah, because it was published in a newspaper.
Yeah, it was
over
a serial.
several weeks.
When was Phantom of the Opera written?
I'm going to say 1911.
Oh, it's not going to speak for me. Okay, it was published. Yeah, Kevin, you're right. It was published in the first American edition of the Phantom of the Opera in 1911, from September 23rd, 1909 through January 8th, 1910. It was a serial. It was a print serial. And so it definitely, the story of Beauty and the Beast predates it. The fairy tale, I think it's is that Hans Christian? Who wrote Beauty and the Beast?
Here are some pictures that match.
I can't pronounce his name, but he's clearly very old. And 1740.
Okay.
So I would say that
Probably it was an influence.
This template, this idea, this notion of humanity, because aren't all the themes in these movies humanity, or unless it's the Invisible Man, which is lack thereof humanity. It's actually kind of like the
also
anti. Yes, it's the anti Beauty and the Beast story, actually, because it's the opposite theme in a way. It's a man who disappears, and with that, his humanity can leave him and he can truly be a monster, as opposed to all the other Universal horror movies, which are about a monster with more humanity than the humans who are the real monsters.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that one. But I don't know. You should read the book. I think Dracula and other books did this too. But the interesting thing about that was Gaston Leroux was most known for being a reporter. And so he wrote the book as if it was a true story.
Right.
And he was investigating it.
I haven't read this in years, but what I remember is that the whole love story piece in the book is a small part. Like, it's not the focus of the book. Whereas that's what the movie and that's what the play and all that focused on.
Yeah, they definitely.
The book is really about
romance.
his history and about how he became who he is. And,
some of it.
Yeah, it's a lot deeper than the love story.
I wonder if that's why people have not done the original story yet, because it's easier to sell a story of like unrequited love, monsters, humans.
There's a way. I think there's a way to do it, and I will talk about that ad nauseum as my show goes on, until some Hollywood executive calls me and hires me as a consultant.
That's a good listen. That's the way to do it, because it's like you get to write.
That's all I want to see in my lifetime is a true to book Phantom of the Opera movie.
But I think for you, Kevin, though, I mean, knowing you as well as I do, I think what you love so much about it is the Paris Opera House almost becomes a character.
Yeah, that's what most, if not almost every version is missing, is the Paris Opera House has to be a character.
Except for Phantom of the Paradise, where the Paradise itself is a character as well.
Maybe Brian De Palma did it right.
Well, I would say no.
But you know what? You know what's interesting? Parallel though between Phantom of the Paradise and the original novel is Phantom of the Paradise is less a Phantom of the Opera story and more a Faust story.
Yeah, well, yeah, it blends. It's picture Dorian Gray. It has the setup is Phantom of the Paradise with elements of the Faust story of Faust, picture of Dorian Gray. There's even a smidgen of Caligari, in with the beef, the stage set.
You say Caligari?
Well, how do you say it? Caligari?
I say Caligari, but
Caligari.
I guess I don't know what the actual correct pronunciation is.
No, you're probably right, and I'm probably wrong. I always do
I just
that.
like that. Caligari is like my new thrash metal band.
Did you ever see oh my God, that's a great name for a band, Caligari. Like, it's not even a joke. Like, that is a band name.
Yeah.
Just waiting to be plucked. Have you seen the 1989 version of Caligari?
No, but I've seen the 1989 version of Phantom of the Opera.
Oh,
and I want to talk about this. Have you seen this?
I have only seen the beginning on Shudder, and I never finished it.
It's on Shudder?
It was on Shudder a long time ago.
You know what's coming to Shudder is the Guar documentary.
That's right. And, I still stand by what I said. I know that feeling of you didn't. It's nothing that you said, but it's something I picked up on. I don't know if it's valid or not, but like just a slight feeling of melancholy of like, I wish I did it. And I know that feeling.
Oh yeah. Totally, I've been saying that for years.
Okay. I just want to make sure
I have seen it and it is good. So,
but it's hard. It's a hard feeling, but here's the thing. This channel, and I love what you're doing. I love that you're like doing this. And
I'm inspired by you.
Thank you. I want to come back on and like do like a full show.
Like, I know you can't stay here all the
I can't, but I was like, I've so been in your position and I did not want to leave you hanging. So I was like,
I figured if anyone would understand, it would be you.
I totally understand. So just want to drop in and say hello. It's very nice to meet your brother as well.